What's up, guys? It's JC with Big Game Real Estate, and today we're talking developing markets. How do you get into an area early to make a lot of money? Okay, this is something we hear all the time. You want to get into an area early. You want to get into an area before it's developed. You want to get it into an area before the big companies come. Well, how do you do that? What are the tips to do it? So, here's what I like to say. There's a lot of ways to do this. You can do the work yourself, or you can piggyback off of some larger companies that do. So first we'll talk piggyback. Let's say you hear of a large retailer coming to the area. Well, if one of the giants in retail, and I don't want to say any names, but if one of the giants in retail is making a news break that they're moving to a particular area of a state or a particular city, they've probably done quite a bit of research to figure out if that's a good area. Now, those people are going to need places to shop, they're going to need places to eat, they're going to need places to live. So you want to look into that area and see if this area has those things, okay? And if they don't, it might be an opportunity to do some land banking and buy the property and hold on to it. It might, if we know that that particular area maybe has a lot of mom and pop stores, maybe a good opportunity to approach them and see if they're willing to sell. All right, so that covers retail. How about the large office companies? If you see that a large office company is relocating to a particular area, again, they're going to bring employees with them. So you want to see if the housing there, multifamily, garden apartments, larger buildings, is the housing sufficient, or is there a demand for it? Is there a demand to develop housing or retail, industrial, etc.? The other things you want to look at are logistics hubs. So you want to pay attention to ports. You want to pay attention to railways. What are connecting points between cities? Does this particular city have a railway? Does this particular city have a port? With last mile delivery, we see a lot of these. We see a lot of newer ports and train hubs coming to life. So again, you want to keep an eye on what's coming to the area. And again, you can Google these things. You can pay attention to trade magazines. Look around. See where there's a developing market for certain things. See what areas. For example, America's #1 coffee concept, right? Where are they going? Where is their new area of expansion and why? They usually give explanations on why they're looking at a particular area, or they say they're going to open 100 stores this year. Again, office buildings usually relocate for tax purposes. They're moving to a state that has either some type of abatement program or grant that's being offered, or some type of tax break. All right, and look at where they're going, and then again, you build and you do your research from there. Look at the stores that are in those areas. What are they missing? What is this town missing? What does it not have? Another thing we can take a look at are military bases, okay? All of these options are good maybe for a storage use, okay? If we know there's a lot of apartments developing in a particular area, well, if we know we have people moving to apartments, we know generally they're going to need storage. On military bases, we got to look at what's outside of a military base. Generally, you're going to see a lot of fast food. You're going to see a lot of storage, all right, because people are moving on and off base sometimes very frequently and sometimes with not a lot of notice. So if you see something like that, or it's an existing base, you probably have those things in place if it's been there a while. But again, take a look around. Now, a lot of people will tell you to focus on the area that you live first. And I do agree with that, because it's tangible. You can see it, you can touch it, you've been living there, you know the trends, you know what a particular office building or warehouse or retail store or multifamily was years ago, and you've seen where it's going. You can see a trend building. But don't let that deter you from a good opportunity in another location. Also, we talked about military bases, but government organizations. If you see they're going to a particular place, again, they're probably going to bring a lot of employees. So guys, these are just a few tips to keep in mind if you find yourself that you're in an area maybe that's overdeveloped, or you're in New York City and you're just getting started and you don't have $20 million to lay out, again, developing markets. Take a look around. Message me if you guys have any questions. I'll see you guys next time.